Most people leave serious money on the table with GoHighLevel because they don't know what to offer with it. You can sell high-level services for $300 to $500 a month, but it's the slowest path to real income. The hardest part of this business is getting people interested and booked on calls, so you might as well have different services to offer. Let's dive in and I'll give you the keys.
I'm gonna go through a list of services that you can offer with HighLevel, and then towards the end of the video, I'm even going to give you an offer that you can give to clients or potential clients, even if you're brand new, something that's completely risk-free for you and risk-free for the client. And this stuff doesn't just work for me. I've been releasing this to my private community and they're all doing it and they're getting results and landing clients in a risk-free way. So I know this stuff works and I'm gonna share it with you so you can do the same. In the very beginning, I was offering services for an extremely cheap rate. I was literally offering Google ad services, Google ad management. We were bringing you leads and running your Google ads, landing pages, all that stuff for $200 per month. And guess what? I literally would jump on calls with people and tell them my price was $200 a month to run your ads. And some people would still tell me, you are too expensive. Oh, that's too much. I don't know if I want to do that. And this got in my head. I thought, wow, how can anyone afford any of these services? And at this point, I was still meeting with clients in person. I was prospecting in my local area and I was trying to sign clients. But even in my head, this was before HighLevel, by the way. So we were just doing the lead campaigns. This was such a difficult business model, which is ultimately why I ended up getting a job, because it wasn't worth it. One client, $200, right? Another client, that's only $400. It takes so much effort to get these clients. And it's because I didn't really understand how to sell benefits. I was selling features. I was telling them all the stuff I'm going to do inside of the Google ads. I was telling them all the different keywords and I was showing them the landing page. And here's what we're going to target. Here's how much searches your niche gets. And this is completely wrong. And I see this same thing happening in HighLevel. People are going in, oh, look at this conversations tab. Look at this calendar, look at these automations, these workflows, these reputation, and all of it. The client will still tell you this is too expensive if they don't see the value. Look, I have no problem selling one service, reputation management, for $300 a month. And there's people out here giving away the whole farm and running ads and doing all this crazy stuff for $300, and they're still getting that price objection. And it's because they don't know how to properly sell benefits. What is the client actually getting from using this service? That's something you want to keep in mind no matter what services you're offering, whether it's stuff I mentioned in this video or other stuff that you might know that I don't mention. You can have all the add-ons in the world and the AI tools and this and that. If they don't see any value, they're not going to pay you a single dollar for your services. I promise you, the issue is not your price. It's your mindset around how you're presenting this offer to them. And most likely, it's your sales skills. So let's dive in. The first one I have for you is website design. I'm talking custom website design. I've made videos about this in the past, and people have a lot of questions around it. The thing with this is you are offering a full custom website to the client, meaning you are building it out. You can do this inside of GoHighLevel. Take a website template and fit it to their niche, fit it to their industry. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, look, I'm not a website designer. I'm not some website developer. I don't know how to build this high converting website. I don't know the benefits that a client is going to get. It's very simple. I'll give you the solution right now. What you're gonna do is go inside some Facebook groups and you can find a website designer that can build this entire website for you for $300 to $400 for the entire thing. And you can charge $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 to the clients. Now, here's the thing. Your contractor is not going to put in the content of the website. The way you can get these done relatively cheap is you have someone take a template and you make it look nicer. And you can buy a template, potentially a template that's already built. You can buy that from someone and then just turn it into your niche. Buy a dental website template from someone else inside of the community for $100, $200, and then you can use the website AI content tool to bust out and create all the content for you on the entire website. So will it take you some time? Sure, it might take you a couple hours to go in and copy and paste some content and generate it from the automatic AI builder. I have another video on how to do websites in a day using AI. You can check that out if you don't know how to do this after this video. But it's extremely simple. Don't hire a website developer for thousands of dollars where your profit margins are going to be slim for them to build the whole thing. Just hire someone to give you a template, and then you use all the AI tools to actually fill out that website. And if you don't know what makes a high converting website, just know if it's a local business owner, they want calls. Think about the customer. What do they want to see? You have the form to the right, make it very easy to fill out the form, have the phone number at the top, and include lots of social proof. And this will be an amazing upsell because now they need reputation management. And then it automatically takes those reviews and puts it directly on the website. If you still want more help with the website design stuff, of course, we have proven website templates. However, what you could do is simply buy a book on web design, okay? Go and watch some trainings, buy a Udemy course, and just spend a weekend just learning about what makes a high converting website. And then you'll know more than 99% of people, and you'll be able to see exactly which website template you want to go with, which website template you want to use when you actually hire a contractor. So your profit is insane. You're charging $4,000, $5,000 and only paying $400 to get this built. And once you find someone that you like working with, use them for all your websites. I have a contractor that I use for every single website that we sign, and I trained him how to use and how to find the right content using AI with that website. So I don't even do that content part. He just does it for us. And then I'll typically spend an extra 1 to 2 hours going in and tweaking some of the content. But again, that's well worth your time. And if you're wondering who's going to pay $4,000 for a website, this is an insane limiting belief. I literally have a live sales call also on this channel of me selling a $4,000 website to a client live. So if you have that objection in your mind, go watch that video and watch me overcome objections and actually sell that website.
Also, real quick, if you want our client getting scripts, our client getting strategies, our outreach, DMs, literally everything A to Z, then you can go ahead and check out the free course in the description. If you want all of our snapshots imported into your account, I'm providing all of that. It's completely free. If you don't have a HighLevel account, then you can sign up for a free 30-day trial down below, and I will give you access to everything, sales call recordings, additional services that you can actually offer, how to sell those services and how to charge high ticket. Everything is in there. So let's dive back into the video.
The next one I'm going to talk about is not so much high ticket, but it's called the Website in a Day package. Very appealing name. We offer this to clients. Essentially, all it is you build out one of these websites like we talked about, except you fill out the content and you build this out one time and you offer it to all clients. So it's a templated website. If a client has no website, they would much prefer having a templated website. The custom feature in this Website in a Day is just the logo and it's their reviews. You populate their reviews, which again are automatic. You're not copying and pasting reviews, and you put their logo at the top and that's it. That service alone is $150, and clients will absolutely jump on that don't have a website. They know all their competitors have websites. This is an amazing service. It takes you 2 minutes to do, right? Swap a logo and automatically pull reviews. There's a widget, pull the reviews, and then you're done. All right, so the next two services are some of the biggest ones that I think people leave on the table. I'm talking Facebook ad management and Google ads. You can learn one, you can learn both. That's completely up to you. For some reason, some people have a fear around, oh, I can't learn Facebook ads or I can't learn Google ads. Look, it's really not that hard. Again, go to Udemy and you can buy a $20 course and learn the basics of running these ads in a freaking weekend. Dedicate some time, go to a coffee shop, order 10 coffees so you don't fall asleep, and just go through these videos. It's not difficult. You're leaving so much revenue on the table. In fact, I've had people inside of my community tell me, oh, after a couple months, the clients asked for more leads. And how amazing is this? This client is telling you, hey, sell me ad services, sell me lead services. And instead they're saying, oh yeah, I don't know. No, don't do this. Learn ad services or hire a contractor to run it for you. I still suggest you learn it so you know the basics. You are in this field. You need to become an expert. You need to understand how some of these Facebook ads work, because that service is $1,500 per month. That $300 per month client can turn into $1,500. So if you have 2 clients, you're making $600 per month and you upsell them ads. Now you're making $3,000 per month. What a difference that makes in your agency. And again, that $1,500 per month is the service fee, meaning that just goes to your agency. If you don't have a contractor, that's all profit. If you have a contractor, you can certainly pay someone, $250 per account, and they'll run the whole thing for you. And you surely could do that, but I still recommend you learn the ins and outs and roughly how to run it yourself. Do it yourself a couple times so you understand how it works. And then after a couple clients, then you hire a contractor and you have someone take over the whole thing for you. In the beginning, after you learn this stuff, you probably are going to think, well, this can't be this simple. Because after you learn it, you'll pull back the curtains. It's like the Wizard of Oz. You're going to pull back the curtain and realize it's not freaking rocket science. And you still might be a little bit nervous to offer to your first couple clients. So here's exactly what you're going to do. You want to have an offer that is an irresistible offer. One that I love, and this is exactly what I did as I started learning ad services and I started upselling my clients, is I would tell them, hey, I'm learning this new skill. I would just be transparent, right? Tell them, hey, I'm learning this new skill. And I would ask them, do you have the capacity to take on more clients? If they said yes, if they're open to having lead services, then I would let them know, look, I'm going to run this for you for free. You're not going to pay me. You're just going to cover the ad spend. And all you're going to pay me is every time we get you an appointment. So you cover the ad spend. Let's do a small budget, $500 a month, $1,000 a month. No contract. Let's just run it for 1 month. And what we're going to do is every time you get a booked appointment, we're going to run our funnel. And every time you get an appointment in your calendar that shows up, then that's going to be $100. Now, different niches, it's going to be different pricing, of course, right? If someone's doing roofing, you could charge more than that. You could charge $150, $200 per appointment. If someone's doing chiropractor, you're going to have way more appointments, but they're slightly lower ticket. And this way, it's risk-free for you and it's risk-free for them. If you offer it for free, like a free trial, it can work, but I'd rather do the pay per appointment because you're still incentivized and you're still kind of inspired to learn this skill and then run it and also start getting some kind of results in your back pocket. And now you're building experience and you're building rapport with the client and giving them something that they actually want in a very risk-free way. Do this for 2 clients, 3 clients, 4 clients. And at the end, also make sure you phrase it, hey, I'm just doing this as a test. And then from there, we can talk if you want to continue. By the way, also, I would really appreciate a testimonial once we're done because I'm taking all the risk. I'm running all the ads. I'm spending my time learning this stuff for you and for your business. If at least you can just send me like a quick 1 to 2 minute video testimonial with your results and how many appointments you got, that would mean the world to me. And even if you get 5 booked appointments, that client, right, which is not a lot off a $500 budget, right? That's not much, but it's still extra revenue for you. And you're getting a video testimonial of someone saying, hey, yeah, we got 5 appointments and we got some leads off Facebook. They were pretty good. A lot of them were not qualified, but still, it was definitely worth it. I think I'm going to continue. Even that is a video testimonial. Put that on your website and they're saying that you're getting them some kind of results. And trust me, this builds proof with your next clients. The next one is going to be reputation management, slightly lower ticket. You could charge $300 per month for this. And essentially they're inside a HighLevel and you do a review campaign. I've talked about this in previous videos, and essentially their past customers get reviews on their Google My Business, as well as what you're doing is anyone that comes in now and they're inside HighLevel, if they mark them as closed or, hey, we completed this client, it automatically sends them a review. A lot of business owners forget to ask for reviews. So by doing this and by using your app, your white labeled GoHighLevel SaaS, and with all that set up, it's extremely valuable to them if you sell it properly and you show them the benefits. Hey, Mr. Business Owner, if we can help you get an extra 1 client, 2 clients, or hey, all of your competitors have 80 reviews and you have 16. Do you think if we get you more, then you would be a higher rated company? You'd get more customers, you'd get more clients. The obvious answer is yes. And when you ask good questions like this, it's much easier to close clients. All of these services can work. And honestly, I'm not the hugest fan of free trials, but I know that they work. And for a lot of people, they work very well. The only thing about free trials, if you do any of this stuff and offer a free trial, make sure to collect some kind of deposit so that you have their credit card and you have their card on file so you can auto bill them in, a week, 2 weeks after the free trial is over. And after you've done this successfully for a couple clients, 1 client, 2 clients, 3 clients, and you roughly have a niche, maybe you don't know your exact niche yet, but they're close enough, you're going to start to get a feel for which industries you like working with. And after you get niche down, all of this stuff is essentially copy and paste, right? So if you're on Google Ad, if someone is looking for roofing, all the best roofing keywords. And now if you want to run Google ads for roofers or even Facebook ads for roofers, you know the general idea of what ads work. And a lot of this stuff is copy and paste. The review campaigns, the lead follow-up stuff, a lot of this stuff is copy and paste. And you can do it for multiple clients, so it's very easy to set up. The hardest barrier is the beginning, but after you get past that, it gets much easier. So don't be the kind of agency that leaves all this money on the table. I'm gonna leave a video right here that you can click of me closing a live $4,000 website. Hope you enjoy.